Was geht ab, Alien Savages? Und willkommen zu einer weiteren Episode Good Old. Lass uns reden. I really liked the episode yesterday. You wanna hear some feedback from my love, Faye? This podcast is beautiful. So proud of you. Not being who you are is motherfucking self-harm. Oof. So healing for the part of me that only wants to show the best of myself. You're my biggest inspiration right now, really. Showing me all of my own bullshit and trying to control myself to conform to society. Speaking so vulnerable is the coolest shit ever. So yeah, my last podcast is blessed by Faye. Feels like a divine blessing, feels like a God blessing. So I feel seen, I feel heard, and whoever hears. Whoever listens. The YouTube comments are off. I'm really killing my negative ego, sobering up from my addictions that I spoke in my last podcast, like social media and stuff. Like really, like, who am I? Really? 2024, 6th of October. Like, I'm not the person I was. I was that, but I'm not that anymore. I'm more than this now. So what served me in the past may not serve me any longer. And we're going through a huge transformation. Speaking for myself, I'm going through a huge transformation, awakening. We all do. If you're watching this, I think you can relate. Okay. I really like the last podcast. Less is more. How can I create more doing less? In a sense, I'm sitting outside in nature again. I don't play music. Like, also that I have my MacBook here, I'm like, I realize I don't like it. Like, yesterday I had nothing here. I only had one microphone plugged in, and I got a new microphone. Like, higher self was like, to get me excited to get out here again and hold it in my hand, because the other one was like loosey-goosey down here. So you heard the noise when I was moving, but now I have a new mic and it's solidly plugged in and there's no clicking. So that feels really good. Like minimalism. I love how Bashar talks about it. How you can do less and create more. So yeah, wow. Yesterday after the podcast, I had a really magical day with Faye. And I was really awake. Like, I got in the state, this like really multidimensional state that I've experienced after ayahuasca, and now I can ground it for prolonged times, like for multiple hours, where really am my physical mind and my higher mind all at once. Nothing is random anymore. I see how everything is synchronicity, like literally everything. And once you like embody that and see that, it is scary. It is not my favorite at all. I don't want to stay in this state yet for too long, because really nothing is random. It's crazy. When you see it in the moment, not when you backtrack it and like, oh, this is how that was connected, but in the moment. And then also how things get super glitchy, that I'm like playing the next song, and the next song is the song I just was skipping. It's like higher self is like, no, there's something in the song for you. And then I immediately get it, like, oh, there's something in the song for me. And then it's like, how can the same song play again? It's like, I don't have this song twice in my playlist, but I like clearly pressed next song, you know? And then in the song, one part is like repeating that usually doesn't repeat. And then this part, I think about a certain thing that happened in my last relationship, and I realized something that I needed to realize. It's like this constantly back and forth of physical mind and higher mind. It's so cool once in the state now where I actually grounded that it feels good in my body. because 4 or 5 months ago after ayahuasca, it didn't feel good in my body at all. Like, oh, I was this like too awake where it's, make someone make this stop. But now I really learned to crown it. And it's like yesterday I was only in the state for like maybe 2-3 hours, and then I hit overcapacity, and then it was just like overwhelmed in a sense where it was just like the river, it was just like flowing by me. Like it was the point where Faye and I, we were at Delhi Devi and we're doing a tarot card reading, and I just couldn't hold it anymore because every card holds symbols, like everything is a symbol, everything is synchronicity. And holding too much, I was like, oh yeah, it's too much. It doesn't feel good. And then it's just like, I cannot hold it. There's like the signs, the infinite mirrors are everywhere, but it's just like flashing by that I don't know what it means. Like everything all at once. It's just like, if I focus on a certain thing, this is what that means. But yeah, I really access my multidimensional nature of how much we're actually able to hold. Wait, I just want to put my MacBook away. Even though I took notes of things I want to talk about, if they come, they come. But if they don't come, then they're obviously not relevant. So I really want to do this like, you know, in the first Avatar movie where he's doing his locks, and because he's in this training with the woman, like the Avatar woman, and he's like, the days are blending and I don't know who I am. And like, I feel like my podcast right now, or basically this was I was mostly designed to, is report back, especially since I have this walk-in experience 2020. I'm here to be a symbol of I live my life, and I'm meant to share in a way of sharing my experience, reporting back. And this is just in this less is more, like getting distractions out of the way. Because already all the other people are doing that. I'm here for that. I know that. Like this is part of it. This is like my main part. This is like what I'm meant to do. This is my purpose. I can overshare and stuff. This is for like my physical mind, for like fun or distractions or my ego. But I know that this is what I meant to do. Like yesterday when I did my podcast, I felt so good afterwards because higher self is like, yeah, you get it. This is how you're meant to share. Fuck the views, fuck the numbers. This is not what it's about. This is how you're meant to share. Keep sharing like that. It doesn't need to be daily, but it's like kind of almost daily. And I really like, when I don't know what I talk about, like now putting my Mac away, I actually get in this channeling state of whatever needs to get through. Like in my podcast yesterday, there were like moments where I'm like, oh, whoa, where did that come from? Okay, so let's take a deep breath. Fully exhale. And inhale. I hope you have watched the first Avatar movie. It's so good. And you know where he does these locks and he's really tired and he's like, do I really have to report back now? Yeah, do it while it's still fresh. And yeah, I love the feedback from Faye. I don't show here my best parts of me at all. I show my most challenging parts, my things I haven't figured out, my raw emotions. And I'm just like sharing that. And this takes balls, my friends. And this is what I invite you to. So, yeah, yesterday, after the podcast turned out to be a really good day, it's just I love spending my life with Faye. This is the best, you know. It doesn't matter what we're doing. It matters that we do it together, and her and my energy together is so yummy. Like, we went to the bike shop to repair her bike, and there were these cats, and we just had this moment with the cats. You maybe saw it in my Insta stories. Wow, like these are the moments, you know? And just like bopping around, going to Delhi Devi, getting a cacao to go, doing a tarot card reading, and it's like just talking to her about life. Like every person we interact, then we're on the bike and we're like, what is your energy reading for this person? And it's so fun to, yeah, have someone on your level and you can do life together. And then it was raining, like yesterday felt like the beginning of rainy season, like really the whole vibe changed. And we, for the first time, started watching a movie together. I really on board her right now in the Marvel universe because it's so good. So we started with Doctor Strange, and just like, I love doing life with her. Like, it was so good. We were cozy in bed. We're having some daily Devi treats. It's raining. And yeah, then we had to go because really, God loves us. This is her saying, like, really is our synchronicity, individual and now together, is off the chart. Like, yesterday was so trippy. Of the window I described you, like those 3 hours I had, and then in the evening it started again, that it all got so obvious. So there's this woman in the community, she's amazing, a witchy woman, and she has one of the best houses on this island. And in this random group, Faye never looks in, she looked in, and there was like, oh, she's renting her house for 3 weeks. And the woman, she didn't even know that she put it on this group, because usually she like posted nicely, but it's just like already posted and she didn't even say much. So again, like, what was the instant download I got? So if you don't know, download is like higher self to physical mind, and upload is physical mind to higher self. So the download was that not so many people see how amazing this place is, but it's meant for me and Faye to nest there for 3 weeks and really drop in the next level of our relationship, which is living together and creating together. Because my home is more for one person and her home is more for one person. And we really were like, okay, we got all the signs that we're meant to live together in the next chapter. So we're like, okay, God, higher self, universe, whatever you want to call it, give us a house that meets our spiritual intensity. And then and it's just like everything about it is off the chart. It's like perfect, you know? It's outside the soup energy of Sritanu, which I was so calling in to have this experience, to live outside this energy. And I think it's called Bantai, I think it's called, I don't know. It's close to our favorite waterfall, which is amazing because this is like still the quest we're on. Deep nature, deep health. So we're close to the waterfall, and just this house, like, is out of the movies. It's like, it's a fairy tale. It's so beautiful, and the energy is wow. Like, there's so many things that was just like, again, off the chart. Like, really as if I went in template reality and created my dream home in Sims. Like, there's this queen bedroom for her, which is so wow. And then there's mine, which is like sleeping on the floor, and it's like this Harry Potter style of all the elements, and it reminds me of Austria with so much wooden elements. And then the whole living room is one big altar, and it has a private beach, which is really rare here in Kopangan, that you actually have a private secluded beach. It's and then the 2 cats, and anyways, there was just so much synchronicity that again I hit like overwhelm, where I didn't even care anymore. I could hold it, but I was like, yeah, big deal. Everything is synchronicity. And it's just matching my insights, because my beliefs are on point, that I feel worthy, I know the mission I'm on, I actually go my path sincerely, honestly, humbly, together with Faye. We're on this big chapter right now of the mission, we call it being in ceremony, of her and I spending a lot of time in each other's energy, going in nature a lot, really being a lot in this mindful, meditative state. And now the next chapter is creating out of that. That is the next chapter. Like, I feel so blessed these days how guided I am. And she as well, you know. Like this morning, she sent me a reading that she just, it finds her, you know, on YouTube or whatever reading, and you can feel if there's something in it for you. You can connect to your heart, and you can feel if in a video, like if you're watching my podcast right now, you watch it. Like, this is a really specific one. You watch my stuff right now, which is really cryptic, because there's something in it for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't watch. And you can feel that, you know. Some podcasts of mine you might have skipped because you felt there wasn't so much in it for you. And this is with everything. You can touch a book and you can connect to the frequency if there's something in it for you. And sometimes you don't even need to read it, or you just open a random page. It's mostly not the entire book. So Faye was just sending me some screen recordings of this channeling she received, and it was like a card reading, and it was like so tailored for her and me. It's crazy. So we feel really guided. You know, it's not like your higher self talks to you with a voice in your head. Now do this thing, now do that thing. You don't want it, trust me. I've experienced that. It's shit. I've experienced that in a DMT trip where I asked for it, and I got granted that I have a direct voice in my head that is really accurate, and it's shit because it makes you kind of a slave, quote unquote. It takes away your free will because if the answers are too clear, it's you cannot ignore them, you know? But this fun way, like, it's unwrapping Christmas gifts 24/7. This is physical reality. This is the human experience. It's riddle solving all the time. So it's always the discovery with the company. Like these two together, this is what it is, you know? It's not the destination. It's really the riddle solving, unwrapping Christmas gifts in a Christmas vibration with your loved ones. Together, you know? Like what is the best about Harry Potter? It's Hermione, Ronald Weasley, and Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, like all three over the books, like what does that mean? Oh my god, this and this is connected. Oh my god, we need to go to Hagrid. This vibration. This is where it's at. This is why we love Harry Potter. And this is what Faye and I right now have hardcore. And it's so beautiful. Like I'm so grateful. I really hope someone, like we're a collective, like if I experience that, someone in your life might have walked in that is a best friend vibration, you know? Maybe it's not physical, like another human, maybe it's an animal, or maybe it's a spirit, you know, someone guiding you, where you can really feel, wow, this is one of my besties. Yeah. So I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. So we're gonna live in this house for 3 weeks, starting in like 10 days, middle of October. And I'm really excited for this chapter. And I have a feeling from there we're gonna create a lot of content for you. Or like I keep recording my content, but I will finally share together with Faye because I really see us sharing together. Meaning we do podcasts together, and I really wanna show you her and our energy together. It's like, it's getting selfish at this point of us holding that back because it's really yummy, our energy together. It's everyone can feel that. So we're meant to share that, you know? If you have a gift, share it. Otherwise, if you're not sharing it, I like how Bashar calls it, it's selfish. It's just your fear-based beliefs that are holding you back from sharing what you meant to share. So get in touch with your belief system, transform these fear-based beliefs, and share what you meant to share. And then you feel fulfilled. This is purpose, you know. I talked to my last one, you know. Again, our fundamental purpose is just to be ourselves. And then we have like all these expressions of our purpose. And one of mine is to right now use social media to share, like my podcast, my Insta stories. These are right now my two main expressions of my purpose. Living my life, being on this, what I call alien journey, and sharing it through social media, podcast and Insta stories. And really like seeing the guidance I receive and following that, you know. So I have something to share. Like I'm going the path. I'm leading the way. And so you can like, oh, I feel really connected to Ferdi. Okay, he's going in nature more. Okay, he's really grounding. Okay, he stopped taking any psychedelics. Okay, he's really seeing the divine feminine. He activated that within him. Like in his last relationship, he projected the divine feminine in Britney and was putting her on a pedestal, whereas it was him all along and she just helped him to activate his own divine feminine. Now, my divine feminine is activated, and now the next level, I'm activating this ayahuasca grandma inside of me, this old witchy wise woman. And I don't project it on Faye. I see that it's me all along, and she's helping me to activate it. And I'm so excited when she will start sharing and shares what I'm activating in her. And she doesn't project on me because we're already on such a awareness level where we're just 100% aware what's happening. And this is so nice, like finally being in a healthy dynamic. Because we're lacking examples. We're really lacking examples of leaders, of healthy families, of healthy relationships. So we look up to people, we are inspired by people that are not really entirely healthy, you know? That often have like massive blind spots and stuff. Because like how many family dynamics do you know that are actually healthy? And not just like, oh, I love my mom, but actually like, wow, throughout, you know? And this is what we're creating right now by really getting rid of all the karma, breaking the loops, like the generational loops. We're like breaking it and we're stepping in our own powerful potential, integrating everything, having a sober life review so we can ascend while like living, you know, we don't need to die. And we're like, what is happening right now for me in dream time? I'm having a sober life review already for the last years, many years, but now it's getting really intense. I really clean up all the shit and I'm really ascending right now. This is what we're doing collectively. It's just some of us go ahead. And this is what I mean, having healthy examples. And then don't pedestal me or anyone, seeing that, because it's so unhealthy once you really pedestal someone and there is someone that is like a guide or a guru and they're just like, I'm this person. No. The universal hierarchy is that it never started, it never ends. We're all singing each other home and I guide people and I'm guided. And you guide people and you're guided. There's always someone, quote unquote, higher that is like guiding you. Once you like awake enough, you are humble to know your place, that you cannot get an ego of like, I'm leading the way. Yeah, like Jesus led the way and Jesus was guided. And Jesus knows his place and is like, fuck, my message was so misunderstood, but I planted those seeds. He didn't want followers, he wants leaders. Like, we're all becoming leaders. We're all awakening Christ consciousness within every single one of us. And we're, I love the expression, singing each other home. We're always being guided and guiding others. It's always both. So, anyways, I'm really excited to, like with Faye, her and I, we really practice a healthy dynamic throughout and throughout. We don't get triggered in the sense like, I'm triggered. We like own our triggers. Of course we get triggered and we own them. And we don't identify with our feelings, with our emotions. We're like, oh, we're feeling that. And we're hosting each other, but we're like not identifying, like, like we never raised our voices to each other. We're like really fellow truth seekers. And we're helping each other to like get rid of all our final bullshit layers, come into the deepest levels of our essence. And it's like the love goes so deep, you know? Like I was like yesterday, her and I were laying in bed and we're like, where will we be at the end of this like chapter of the 3 weeks living together? Because we're already here, you know, like, and that's why, we're meant to document that, you know? So, stay tuned. I'm really excited. Really excited. Yeah, she has so much wisdom, you know? Like yesterday I was like, you know, she like really gets me so inwardly and seeing everything from the inward perspective. Like yesterday I was sharing like, I don't like so much how I get wrinkles. You know, I started to get more wrinkles around the eyes. And she was like, I love wrinkles. Not in the sense of like, I want to look super wrinkly, but she is an artist, so she especially draws faces. And she intentionally draws in wrinkles to tell a story, because she's like, Ferdi, your wrinkles tell a story. If someone has smiled a lot, you can see it in the wrinkles. If someone was like really angry for years, you can see it in their wrinkles of like here on their forehead, there are like these 2 lines or whatever. So they really show character. Okay, I just did a cut because I got distracted because there's a cat on my tree and I love her and we just like really shared a moment. Wow. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Something about just like how like I wish, like there are so often moments where I say, Faye, I wish I would have recorded that. And this is why you're meant to share. And get in touch with your fear-based belief that you don't share your gold, putting it like on your art and it goes like really turning into gold like she did. If you don't know, check out Faye. She's an amazing artist. But like you are the gold. So everything you touch turns to gold. But share you. Like what are the fear-based beliefs? And those layers, she's currently really transforming. And I already got her the podcast equipment. Stay tuned for Faye. I'm really excited for her to start sharing. Because she has so many nuggets, so many medicine, so many fabrics of what I barely touched. I can now see clearly because she's showing it to me. She's embodying that, and thus I see it in myself, you know. But I haven't met someone like her, so I'm really excited to introduce her to you. So yeah, that's coming soon. I just keep sharing. So it's like semi-daily. I feel like right now if I share here in English, it's gonna come like this, straight from the heart and my brain, like vulnerably what's alive in me in this moment and I'm going through. And if it's in German, it's more like my inner kid hanging out and we're like listening to German rap and we're just like actually like having a good time. I mean, I'm having a good time right now. But also this time of the timeline right now is really sobering for me. It's like, I know what I have to do and I can play stupid and not do it, but then I'm not happy, or I do it and it is really sobering because it's like getting rid of like the shiny objects and seeing that I had some addictive behaviors and cleaning like now my meditation, it's like it's shifting so much in me. Like every morning I meditate for 20 minutes at least. Like today I was sitting for half an hour or so. And it's crazy how it's shifting that I crave it more and more because this state is the best. This is like this blissful state that first, you know, I start meditating, I don't want to do it. And then like 10 minutes in, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I was looking for. Wow. Total clarity. Oh yeah, I know I can stay in the state. I love how Bashar says it. Following your passion is an active meditation. And yeah, my excitement, my passion right now is to go into deep meditation a lot. Really cut the outside bullshit. And I invite you like to establish a meditation practice. Like whatever permission slip. Here's my top 5. In a walk, just like the walking meditation. I find walking really easy. Or just going for a nature walk, you know. But leave your phone at home. Just walk. Go for a walk. Sit down meditation. Going into nature. Go to the waterfall. Go to the beach. Go somewhere, wherever you're living, in the mountains. Go into nature. The deeper, the better. And just spend time in nature. No distractions. Just spend time in nature. Meditate, sing, use your throat. Just sigh a lot. Just hear the nature sounds. See that the physical mind just does its thing. And then see how you like go to the soul level more and more. And it's getting so clear. What the physical mind blah is and all these like layers of programming of negative, limiting, and fear-based beliefs, and what's behind it, and what layers there still are. Like the layers get obvious, and then you can choose to let them go. But now we really get in the remaining layers of bullshit, the remaining programming. Like we got so far, I got so far, and to get to these deepest layers, I need to get rid of the distractions for hours. Like that's why we go to the waterfall for like many hours, 4 to 5 to 6 hours, and having a partner in crime, Faye, to help me. As a reflection to, like, her and I, we have exactly the antidote, if that is the right word, I don't know, like the medicine, what we need, what we're missing. Like, we both got so far in different areas. Like, I'm on this alien journey, and she really becoming this ayahuasca grandma through Earth. And now we can really activate each other in these different ways. Because we both embody something the other one doesn't so much. And it's just so wow. And the next one is just driving around on your bicycle, on your rollerblades, on your scooter, in your car, listen to music. Like music helps me a lot to access my emotions. Like often the scooter ride, the half an hour scooter ride from the waterfall on the other side in the night back here is where I realize often the most. Because I'm in the super clean state, vacation vibration, listening to currently I listen to a lot of Lord of the Rings. I have this one, the Council of whatever it's called. I listen to it on repeat. It's no lyrics, and it's really like, wow, I really cracked the deepest layers of programming, and I'm so guided by my future self. Like my future self gets so clear. Like I'm less and less guided by my past self of nostalgic and craving and grieving the Faye I was and wanna go back. Like no, I've been there, I've done that. That was great. I'm not that anymore. I'm this now. And I see what I'm becoming. I see the man, I see the king that I'm becoming. And every fiber in me wants to become that. So, but it is a sobering way. It is not as what used to serve me doesn't serve me anymore. Like it's so healthy to be in a monogamous relationship with Faye, for example. To not like be on this like, oh, I can date here. And it's like, no, it's like really healthy for me. I can go into this. I think I will go into this. Of course I will. This is like a big one, but I don't want to do it now. Yeah, just redefinitions of what's cool, redefining what's actually cool. Like, it's not cool, like, to go to play parties and be a pagan playboy and, like, so much German rap and too many gold chains. I don't know, all this, for me, for my definitions, isn't so cool anymore. What's actually cool is being a good human being. Really compassionate, connected to the heart, connected to nature, and being really kind to yourself and all other beings. And being so present, like present is a huge one, being so present and aware, awareness and present. Like really the heart is the way. And like this is so cool, you know, this is so cool. Like Faye and I would call it, like we have so much dolphin energy and whale energy, and I more and more activate my inner whale. And she has that a lot. Like we share these whale moments. You know, the dolphin is like, we're in our joy, woo, we're having fun, oh. And I make it fun, I make it light. Like dolphin, inner kid, whale, higher mind. Merging your inner child with your higher mind, your higher self, your soul is your ticket home. Really, that is the code. And my inner kid is on point. But sometimes I hide in my inner kid of like making things too cool or avoiding things and blah. No, I'm like ready to like step into becoming a man and really more into the whale and making the whale cool. Meditating for an hour is so cool. So cool. Going into nature for hours and being so high and just like vibrating is so cool. Like you see how I'm glowing these days. It's really like, this is so cool, like being so healthy, deep health. I go in the ice bath every day for 5 minutes. At least 1 to 2 rounds. So cool. And like doing it all the sober way in full presence and awareness. And then when you slow down enough in this sense of awareness and presence, you see the synchronicity and everything. Like it's all there. You just need to slow down to see it. And as I said, then it was like 34 minute, 43, like full synchronicity. Like it's just like, it's all a dance. It's just like, do you slow down enough to see it? And that's why nature's super slow. Nature's slow motion. So do you actually slow down enough to see what's going on? And you have all the answers all along, and it's all around you, and it's all you. It's all reflections. Okay, this is it. Thank you for listening. I see you here soon. Okay, thanks for listening. Until next time. Peace out.